Namaste and welcome to my channel Ripples on Road. So today is a special day where I'll be starting a series of videos where I'll be introducing you to some very important people. So today we are going to meet a person, and I don't want to introduce him now because I want you to meet him personally and then I introduce him to you. So be with me and stay with me. Hi guys. So I told you when I started from my house that I have a very important person, and this is my first vlog on the life of someone, and because he is very important, I thought why not I start with him. So here he is.
But actually there's nothing important without other person in life. So if I am important because you're making me important, and I think that's the beautiful of you. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
So he is Mr. Amin Sheikh.
Hello everyone, my name is Amin Sheikh. I am a founder of Bombay to Barcelona Library Café in Mumbai.
I finish talking to Amin, I will just take you around the cafe, and I just wanted to tell you about Amin, a short story about Amin, and then I want him to speak. So I've never met Amin. If I have seen his photographs, I have read his, about him, but I have never met him personally. So today is the first time I'm meeting him. So friends, this place is in Andheri, and that's in Mumbai, and the name of this cafe is Bombay to Barcelona. The reason why it is named as Bombay to Barcelona because he loved football, and that's the reason he has kept this name. He wanted to tell the people, the world, that how he came up from this struggling life as a young child of 5 years, and he wrote a book on that. And this is the book which I've shown you on the right side on the corner. And if you would like to buy this, I'll be putting it on auction. The original price for this book is 300, but I'll be putting, and it is signed by Amin, and I'll be putting it on auction. If any of you would like to buy this, you can contact directly Amin Sheikh. I'll be putting his number in the description, and also in this video I'll be telling about him and his account details and everything. If you would like to donate or purchase this book, you can do it directly, and you can contact Amin Sheikh. And I hope that this will not only help him to run this cafe, but also the children who are all orphans, and they also were brought up in Snehasadan, so that they can use this money for their accommodation. Because in Mumbai, the housing is very expensive, so they are trying to purchase a house or get it on rent. So if you can help them financially or by buying this book, it will be a great help to each person who is working there, as he calls him, their children. So please be kind and generous, and I'll be very happy that it will be helpful. Thank you. I just wanted to know where you were born.
I was born in Mumbai, Dadar.
When you started working at the age of
So I remember when I started working because my family couldn't take care of us, and I also have two sisters, my two sisters. And I was 5, and first job I started working in a bakery. I started working all the tray. I have to clean all the trays and all, put the trays in laps or in order. But the tray was heavier than me, so it used to difficult for me to pick up the tray and put it up. And then I told my mother, please find me some other job.
So that was when you were 5 years.
I was 5 years old.
5 years
they used to give me a salary of 2 rupees per day, 10 hours, 12 hours working. And end of the day, not only 2 rupees also, but some biscuits and some breads left over, whatever. I used to go and give it to, bring to my families,
Okay.
So, that's how I started working. It was a very hard job for me, very difficult job. And being as a 5-year-old child, I used to love play. But sadly, I could not play, because whenever I go to play, my mother taught me or hit me, or my father caught me or hit me. So it was very difficult for me.
So 5 years you started working, and I remember one of your videos. You started, in a tea shop.
Yes, I started working after, because I told my mother, I don't want to work in a factory. because it's very difficult for me, it's very heavy for me, and I cannot do it. So my mother found me a job to work in a tea shop.
What was your age that same?
Same,
Five.
just a few, 1 week I think I work in a bakery. They changed me a job.
So
And
you started working in a tea shop.
Yeah. Started cleaning the glasses, washing the glasses, bringing a tea to the people, bringing a tea to the factory. But then when I used to do that, people used to, pull my pant, hide the glass, or give me a tapli, or kick me on the bum and say, hey, chodo, select chai le kya. So I don't know, in that time I used to ask question myself, I don't know if I'm living with human being or animal. At least animal doesn't do that.
So, I remember watching your video, you mentioned this, and I want to tell my people who are watching that treat other human beings as humans, not like animals.
That's true, but it's difficult sometimes. I think around the world, not only India, but around the world, I think we have forgotten sometimes. We give more importance to ourselves than others. And I think that's something is very sad in a way. I wish and I hope some way we change this. Because there's so many lives suffering. There's so much cruelness, pain, difficulty. And I hope we change.
So that thing, moved me yesterday night. I was telling my wife and daughter about your story. So, people treat others, if they are doing some, small job, they insult you or they, treat you so badly that it affects mentally. It affects
mentally, emotionally.
Yeah.
It affects in many ways.
I know you forgot your name, after that.
Yeah.
What Amin means.
Yeah, that's why. That's what I was trying to tell you, because my mother gave me a name, but then my name become Chotu, my name become Wood Polish, my name become Kachrawala, my name become, various Vikari and Tapori and many things. So to come to that points on my name, it took a long time. I mean, if I have to explain you a long story, it's impossible, because all my life journey I cannot explain in a video in a short, in a 2 minutes, 3 minutes thing.
So that was about his childhood friends, and now I remember after that, when he was carrying some, chai glasses, that is teacups, and it fell down from his hand, and he was afraid to go and go home. First of all, then he was afraid to go back to the shop because that fellow will scold him or beat him, and he was afraid to, of his father also, he may also beat him. So what happened?
My father may not beat me. My father will beat me for sure. There's no doubt about it. My mother also will beat me for sure. But see what happened when child is 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. It's a very sensitive moment. They are discovering a lot of things in life, and they are. I am discovering joy. I'm not discovering my childhood as a playground or plaything. It was very different. So in the end, I have no choice than run, because I knew what going to happen to when I arrive home or when I'm going to. Because even a tea boss used to peel my ear very hard and used to pain me a lot. And many times I used to tell my mother, "Ma, my ear is paining because the owner is putting my ear all the time, and it's very difficult for me to stay." But I still remember my mother said me, "Beta, you have to be strong like this. You will become strong and work." But it's difficult. It's difficult.
Friends, he was going on asking me, what will you have for, something, you should have something, you have come here. I'm ordering something, and so because, that was where his life changed. So I'm ordering that thing. So I want a cup of cutting chai. His life started, his real life started when
the cutting chai we started we are the first cafe in the country who started cutting chai. But then the experienced teacher, the cutting chai in the cafe, what happened, the people. But for sir, I will give the cutting chai because he is very special for me, and I will make it special for him, the cutting chai. And I will order it, the cutting chai.
So
but if you come to cutting chai in the cafe place, don't ask for cutting chai because we have to pay the rent of the cafe. 20 rupees cutting chai, 10 rupees cutting chai. I cannot pay 3 lakh rupees rent. So we have stopped the cutting chai because we are paying a very high rent. So I cannot give you a cutting chai. So I'm very sorry.
So just remember, friends.
But when we have our own space where we don't have to pay the rent in the future, I promise you I'll give you cutting chai for 10 to 20 rupees. Yeah. going to order cutting chai.
It's, my chai has come. So this changed, Amin's life, your way of thinking, your way of looking at others, and that's this chai. So I'm having this. So the chai was really good. I think there's masala in this. And we're listening about his childhood, and now I'll switch him to his life where he ran away from his house because he didn't want to face his mother, father, the shopkeeper. So he mentioned that he ran away from his house and he landed Malad station, and it was a very tragic day for him. And it was, and there were people who misbehaved with him sexually. I don't want to go into depth of that, but he somehow came out of that, and then he landed at Dadar station. And I remember the bridge which he showed in one of his videos, and whenever I used to travel through that bridge, I used to remember him. So
And that steps.
yeah, that's steps, and the Dadar station.
Where everything changed in my life.
Yeah. So there he met. He was moving around at the other station, doing everything. You mentioned, begging, selling,
Robbing.
stealing, robbing,
Pick up the food from the garbage.
and
Many things. There's nothing left in my life. I have got that.
Nothing. Yeah. So he did everything. What a small child who is innocent, he doesn't know whether this is right or wrong. He did everything, and then there was a savior. You just tell that story, no? Not father, but the sister,
Sister Seraphine,
and then
yeah.
I think Father Placie.
Yeah.
He used to run away every time from home. So without him, I cannot say. So one day I also just walked out, but I don't know how to come back. So this way I landed to the station, and I think I don't know how many days. After reading the book, only many things I was 4 years or 5 years old. I am not remembering that also.
This is the Dadar bridge where I have spent my childhood, a lot of time here. I was sleeping in this bridge, I was playing all the time. I was doing a lot of different things in this street, especially in other side of this bridge where I used to hide all my material, like whatever I used to collect from the street, I used to hide from here. And behind this bridge, in other side, there's where I used to beg vada pav and all this stuff. Ladisele, 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 ladisele. And I used to loudly shouting at people and selling kangai for 2 rupees, 3 rupees, 4 rupees, 5 rupees. Somehow I used to survive here because never be hungry. So I used to do a lot of things here, begging or robbing. So that's why my favorite place was the Dadar station.
Friends, he will be telling about the sister, and she was from Snehasadan.
Yes.
She was from
Working
Snehasadan.
as a social worker in Snehasadan.
So now Snehasadan. Let me, before I start, you should know what is Snehasadan. Otherwise, if I just tell, he met someone on the, on the station, and that person was from Snehasadan. Snehasadan in English, Sneha means love, Sadan means home, a house. So a place where you find love. So this Snehasadan, I think it started,
1962.
and the father who started, he came from Spain, Spanish, and he started, and it was a small house, and today there are 11 houses in Mumbai. They look after girls and boys from the streets. So street children, they come across, and they are given accommodation, food, clothes, and very important, education. Am I right? I mean,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So that's about Snehasadan. So let Amin tell the story about the sister, whom he met at the railway station.
So Sister Seraphine, when she approached to me, in that time my sister also ran away from home, and I found my sister at Dadar station at 4 o'clock morning. I thought I'm big enough to protect my sister, take care of her, but I was wrong completely, because the first night only somebody robbed my sister, and I did not know who took her, where she gone, where. So thanks to the taxi man, what I call him Angel, who helped my sister to run away from this mafia, and I found my sister again back. When I found my sister back again, the mafia came back again to catch us. I took a stone, me and my friend Firoj at the station, we hit him. We went on the side of the railway track, we took a train, we went to Borivali station. We sat down there all the night thinking what we do, where we should go, who we should go. We took a stone in our hand. We anybody come around us, we just want to kiss her. And the next day, Sister Seraphine came, very gentle, very sweet, very kind, very soft-spoken, beautiful. I mean, I cannot describe it, I cannot tell you. Say, hello Baba, what is your name? I took a stone, I hit Sister Seraphine. I said, please go away, if not I kill you. And Sister Seraphine, with other boy who also was from the same called Chat, and they was both there trying to convince me, convince my sister, convince my friend Firoz, and we was going one place to other place, and Sister Seraphine for 3 hours being continuously behind us, trying to talk with us, and finally she convinced us and we came to Snehasadan. When we came to Snehasadan, there were so many other children, there were so many other boys and girls, we had met them at the station, and it was very beautiful for us. And because some of my childhood friends off the station were there, so I got more confident, I got more comfortable. And when we came, I remember still, I had the hair like this, you know, no clothes on my body.
Yeah.
All the wounds was scratching here, all my wounds, even if their marks are still here, all my bodies I have the mark. And was very dirty, very smelly, never brushed my teeth. They brushed my teeth with they was brushing, 2 of the boys was like brushing my teeth and giving me, cut my hair with they give me a bath with the salt and water, hot water, rub my body. All my body was bleeding and moving all the bad blood out. And still remember one plate, one glass they give me, and one small almari. And they give me a 2 t-shirt and 2 short chaddi. We don't even have pants. We don't even have chappal. I still remember that they give me 1 pencil for 6 months, 1 rubber for 1 year, 1 sharpener for 1 year. You know, and that was on 1 notebook. So learn how to write the names, learn how to write a, e, u, 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 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, start going to classes and all that. Life change. Basic thing, but we were happy.
We are coming to the end of this interview. So, when did you meet Father Placie? And just tell about him, because he's a really gem of a person.
Of course.
When I met him, yeah.
He's, as much we talk is less, because he's a real living God ever I've seen in my life. He's a real hero of our life, all of our life. Father Placie, when I came to Snehasadan, I met him. But when I got to him in my life, internally, where he became my everything, and that time when I ran away from Snehasadan, for simple thing, not necessary for me to run away, but I ran away because again, I'm very afraid. As a child, I was very afraid of anyone hit me or beat me or slap me or, so I don't like much. So that time we have to say thank you prayer in Snehasadan. Every time we eat, we say thank you for the person who made this food, and I think it's very beautiful, So we learned that, but I could not learn it. And then auntie said to me, today is Saturday, and that day we don't have a cable, we don't have movies. We used to watch a Doordarshan movie on Saturday. So once a week, once a month we used to watch a movie. And we sit down there and they play, everybody was watching a movie. Auntie said, you watch a movie, but you have to remember the prayer. Today uncle will come and ask you a prayer on the dinner time. You have to say a prayer. And I got very afraid. And I said like, wow, uncle come and going to hit me, or again, everybody watching movie inside and I'm going up and down in the balcony and I run away. And run away, very nice clothes I had. I remember very nice full t-shirt.
That was house number?
I was house number 1.
Oh, yeah. That was the first
Kajwadi,
house.
first house of the Snehasadan,
yeah.
Where they have built the smallest one and the most beautiful one, the first one. The first thing always is beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And I grew up in that home and I ran away. I didn't know what to do. I think to come back, but the same afraid kept me in the station. I remember that I have a very nice t-shirt, very nice short, but nobody was helping me, nobody was giving me money to eat or whatever. And finally, I have to remove my clothes and start begging. So Father Placie was 3 days looking for me, going every day, finding me. That was, I still remember Dadar station, I was begging, and Father Placie came and held my hand, very tender, very gentle, He did not shout me. He'd sit down with me on that step. He only asked me, why you are here? I told Father Placie, but I could not remember the prayer. And that time Father Placie said, no matter what happened, biggest mistake it happened. You even kill somebody. Never, ever run away. And that tenderness, it feed me, and I really promised myself I will never run away. I made many more mistakes in Snehasadan, but I never ran away. And I think that's something where that step will change my life. And Father Placie is a person who I have seen whatever my lifetime of 33 years of my life, I've seen Father Placie that only lived for children, and he died for children. And that's something is beyond hope. So I'm doing this project, this cafe, whatever you see, it's only because of Father Placie. I think if Father Placie was not there, maybe today I could be a criminal of the country, maybe I will be a drug seller, maybe I will be a rapper, maybe I will be I don't know, some bad person, but not this one.
So very sad to tell you, Father Placie is no more. So that actually I want to end it now. So he started his own travels. It was Sneha Travels.
Yeah, because I am from Sicily.
And my life and his life is something similar because we both are tourist guides. And now I don't think you are doing it.
No, I am not doing. I'm giving 100% now to Café.
Yeah, so
But
he stopped.
when things get better, I will start again.
Yeah, so he stopped doing it, and I am still continuing. But because of COVID, you know, many tourists they don't come to India,
That's true.
and I got gem of people whom I met as a guide. And that's about Amin. He's married, having one son.
Yeah, I have one.
You're-
3 years old.
Yeah, 3 years old. And what's his name?
Jaan, हमारी जान सबकी जान. There's
Oh,
a reason behind.
okay.
I never do anything without reason.
Okay.
I always do something meaningful. It should be, because life has to have a meaning. When I kept my son name Jaan, it has a meaning. Jaan means a life, and it's a very valuable thing in life.
So as we were having a word, I finished my chai, and it was really delicious. Thank you very much, Amin. And today you are happily married. Where are your wife and your?
My wife is a teacher
Where is she?
in Bombay only.
Oh, Mumbai. Okay,
She's from
and
Spain.
okay, she's a Spanish
Spanish
citizen.
lady who, after reading the books, left everything
Yeah.
for me for the project. I
Okay.
think there are two things in my life in this project. I have the most beautiful gift for myself. Is my wife and my son.
So.
I think it's one of the most beautiful gifts.
So
And I
I-
have no words to describe that. How lucky and how privileged I am.
Okay, so she's a teacher. So I want him to introduce his, children
All
and
right.
his brothers, sisters,
All right.
and I want to show you his cafe also, and that ends our video.
So that's Hemant, master chef.
So he's Hemant.
Hemant, Rajat.
Rajat.
He's a barista. He's making coffee.
They're all from
Shankar.
Snehasadan, no?
Yes.
They're all from Snehasadan.
He is special because his father is my childhood friend
Okay. Uh-huh.
and his son.
Okay.
Then Shankar.
Shankar. Shankar, look here.
Master chef.
Yeah.
And then Sameer also becoming a chef, but now he's
Sameer.
learning sandwich. Khushbu is the fashion designer.
I heard about her.
Decoration.
Yeah, yeah.
Her shop is there.
Who is
then
that?
Sabia is my little
Hi.
sister, who is the master chef, who is the mother of the cafe.
Okay.
Robin John is a public relation.
Okay.
Kushi is a new girl who's learning now.
Okay. Kushi is
And
there.
she's there.
Hi, Kushi.
And other teams are in the canteen.
Okay. So this is his cafe. That is
All the
the
menus.
menus. And
And this is not just the menu.
okay.
Every food is a story behind.
Oh, what you say is every food has a story behind it.
So we don't make the
I'll
food
do
for
a
food.
separate video on that.
Yeah, so
Huh?
that every food has a story behind it.
And here some people have donated some paintings. And this is the table where we were sitting and chatting. And let me take you this side. And this is the kitchen. So neat and clean. Some people have written about the cafe here. There's a beautiful painting. This is for sale. These are not for sale. There are beautiful books here. If you come here, you can sit and read. There are very important books here. There are some dictionaries and very, you can see. And these paintings are for sale. So if any of you would like to purchase, you can purchase this painting. And this, there are some clothes here which are designed by one of his colleagues. This painting are also for sale. And you can see there is a washroom here. Something very interesting for me. You can see the guitar and the keyboard here. So if any of you would like to play, then come here and sit and play. So friends, I was talking about Father Placie. I used to meet him often. When I was, my age was when I was 22 or 23. That after joining my bank, I went and met him, and that was the first time I met him. And after that, we were very good friends. And he is no more. That was a sad story.